Hello guys, what's up? I'm back with another story that of course takes place back in my childhood. Alright, so back when I was younger, I only really had male friends, and not many of them. In kindergarten, I only really had two friends, one who was a crybaby and would get homesick every single time at a sleepover. Like, legitimately, he'd always think like, oh, this time's gonna be different. But of course, every time it ended up with the parent who was like hosting it, calling his mom, her picking him up, and like comforting him and all that. And yeah, it was just a mess, so he wasn't really that great of a friend, but hey, I couldn't be choosy. It was all that I could get. And then I had another friend who I thought was so edgy and cool. So one day, me and the edge master slash angsty kindergartner went to In-N-Out, which I thought was extremely cool because the only fast food I had ever encountered before was McDonald's. Except I didn't really like hamburgers or the sauce that they use, but I didn't want to be rude, so I tried to shovel it all down by drinking a bunch of water with it. After finishing eating in the car, we went back to his house, and he showed me around his room and his collection of course, the notorious tech decks, which were, of course, a big deal back then. So after a bit, he then randomly was like, gotta go pee, bye, and just jetted out of the room and went to the bathroom, presumably. So I was just left there looking at that totally epic collection of tech decks. So this bitch took forever, and soon I suddenly had to pee as well. Like, really bad. Like, precipitation was forming, and those storm clouds were ready to unleash then and there. So I quickly left his room and started panicking. Like, I've never been good with directions in anyone's house or just in general, so I was completely frightened. Like, it took me forever to even learn the whole area of my own home. So I was extremely where the fuck is the bathroom? And of course, when I finally found one, it was the one his dumbass was using. So soon, I pretty much had gone in a circle. The design of his house was very odd. But anyways, I had no luck whatsoever. And of course, this was it. All the clenching in the world was not about to stop this waterfall from forming. I was standing in his room praying he would come back in time for him to show me where the fuck the bathroom was. But I couldn't hold it in any longer. The floodgates snapped. And piss was just everywhere. It was running down my legs. It was just absolutely disgusting. But of course, right at that moment, while everything is going down, him and his mom decide to show up. And they both looked absolutely disgusted. I'll never forget the look on their faces. And of course, I was on the verge of tears of out of embarrassment. So his mom tried to put on a fake smile and was oh, it's okay, but bitch, I know it ain't okay. I caught you slipping. I know you think it's disgusting. So she started stepping around me to avoid the pee because I mean she still was disgusted. She wasn't good at hiding it. So she then told me, I have a daughter. You can borrow her clothes and give them back to my son on Monday, okay? Because it was Friday, so over the weekend I wouldn't see them again. Anyways, so Monday comes along soon, and I'm scared that he's going to tell everyone, and it's just frightening to have that reputation of oh, this is the bitch who can't control her bladder. She pissed all over my room. Don't invite her over. So I was scared as hell that he would tell everyone. And I'm also nervous to give back the skirt that they had lent because it's just gonna be awkward and everyone will notice me just handing some boy a skirt and be what the fuck? I don't know who they'll judge. They'll definitely judge someone out of us. So I soon found a perfect time to give it to him, and I go up and hand over the bag with it inside, and he just looks at me confused. And he just says, why are you giving me a skirt? And I'm shit. Did he forget? I was confused. And I didn't really feel like bringing it up. How am I supposed to bring up, oh, don't you remember? On Friday, I kind of, pissed all over your room. There was a huge puddle so I borrowed your sister's clothes, so here you go. Like, I didn't want to, like, bring back his repressed memories of this incident, so I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to give you, my bad. So I walked away, and I went to my little cubby, and I put it inside, and I ended up taking it home, and pretty much to this day, it might still be if I look hard enough around in my house. So that's interesting. So I guess she never got her skirt back. I mean, it was a pretty ugly skirt anyways. I mean, I'd want to throw it away too, but whatever. Moral of the story is I have a bad bladder. And yeah, like, this is literally the second video out of, I don't even know how many videos I have, like 6. Second video talking about pee. How great is that? Anyways, if you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, maybe comment if you've had any similar situations, and hopefully subscribe. See y'all later.